Hey, what's going on, my good people? We back. And in this video right here, I want to look at the items that were found during the search. Um, and not only will we look at the items, we're going to look at where they were found. Because to me, that's important. And it almost, paints a picture. So I'm going to let y'all be the judge of it. So, this going to be good. Come on, let's ride. Now, we all know that Braylen went missing on September the 4th. And after that 911 call came in, it was a full-blown search for him Friday afternoon. Full-blown. And we don't know what happened to Braylen, but we know that whatever happened started right here in Building L. And I know it's a lot of speculation on how he got out the building. We can speculate all day. But whatever happened started here. So this is the map of the front side of Building L. And it's right there where that red arrow is. And in this map right here, you can see the distance between Building L, the pool, and the gazebo. And again, this is the front side. But I want to take a moment to look at the back side. Let's focus on that for just a second. So this is a map of the back side. And it looks to be like a heavily wooded area back there. And for the longest, I didn't know what was back there. Okay? And then several videos came out and people were walking behind these buildings. And one video in particular caught my eye, and it's the video of the lady that we call Purple. And she was out there on the scene. And this is her walking behind that apartment building. And if you notice, when she turns around, there's a fence there. And over that fence is the woods. Okay? So y'all still riding with me? Because now we about to focus on some of the things that they found out there. And in the midst of doing that, we're going to look at the timeline. That's very important. So let's start with September the 5th, Saturday. They found a bloody blanket in the cemetery across the street from Hunter Ridge Apartments. And there was a lot of talk about this blanket. And that blanket was taken back to Dejanay Cox, Braylen's mother, and she didn't know nothing about this blanket. Never seen it before. But like I said, there was a lot of talk. And this text message came from a woman who apparently was the one who found the blanket. And she described this blanket as being thin and white. Okay? She said it wasn't a Mickey Mouse blanket. But it was found in the cemetery. Now, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I started hearing about the cemetery, I didn't have a clue where the cemetery was. You understand what I'm saying? Not a clue. Until I found this map. And on this map right here, you can still see Building L. You can see the pool and the park. But if you look at the top of your screen, that's the cemetery. And that's where the blanket was found. And I thought it was odd that they would find a blanket over there. And if you think about it, it's not that far from Building L. I mean, cross through the parking lot, shit, you right there. And not only that, let's not forget that on September the 5th, they also found a freshly dug hole in the woods nearby that had a 2x4 board next to it. And a police officer who saw the hole said it had not been there before. So that told me that they've searched this area before and that hole wasn't there. Okay? That sounded suspect as hell to me. And then these pictures came out. And this is a picture of the hole. This lady is telling us or trying to give us a location. And she said that she heard it was down the hill a bit. Not only did they find this hole, they found some Newport cigarettes and a diaper. But it looked like the diaper maybe had been down there for a minute. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I ain't focused too much on the diaper. Okay? But if you look at this map right here, that hole had to have been found behind Building L. Okay? On this side of the apartment building. Take note of the fact that on Saturday, that's also the day that the police brought out the cadaver dogs. And I was confused by that because it was so early on in the search. He had only been missing for one day at that point. And People continued to look for Braylen all throughout the weekend. And while they were looking for him, I wonder what Dejanay was doing. Listen to this.
I'm gonna give you this.
Fuck the story.
I'm gonna give you the
She had her hair
thing.
done in a
Hold on.
wig when she first reported.
Who
Her
did? Who
baby,
did?
her the mama, the little boy mama, that's your name. Her hair was done. She had a wig on, a
Okay.
straight wig. The next day, when the first day of the search, she got fresh braids. Her and her mama. You got time to get your hair done?
What? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I like this girl right here. I really do. And what she told us was that when they first reported him missing, Dejanay had on a wig, like a straight wig. And then all of a sudden, she had fresh braids. And I'm like, damn, you had time to get your hair done? Your son missing. And you worried about your hair? Yeah, I can't wrap my mind around that. But this picture right here is from that interview that she did on day 4, which was Monday. And as you could tell, her hair is braided. And ladies, we all know if she had on a wig, trust and believe, her hair wasn't braided like this up under no wig. It wasn't. So yeah, you got your hair done. And again, your son is missing. She looked real bad with that. I mean, real bad. But on Monday, there were some people that came out to search. Okay? And this lady did an interview over on SP channel. And it was a really good interview. Shout out to SP for this. Um, and the lady had some interesting things to say. So I want y'all to listen to part of this interview.
So on that Monday, my daughter and I, we decided to go, and help in the search. We got there about 8 o'clock that morning, and we met with the search lady that was in charge of it, and we signed up and everything, and we started on our search about 8:30, and in the midst of our search, we were in the woods by the creek, and it took us about until 11:30, 11:45 that Monday to finish our search. And on our search on Monday, we noticed a few things that was down there that didn't seem normal that would be in a woods. But the lady told us that if we see anything, just take pictures of it and continue on. And that's what we did. We photographed about 3 to 4 different items that was down in the woods. One being a garbage bag that was draped over a log, and also there was a sweatshirt that was down there, and there was a flip flop down there. But as I said, we took pictures and we proceeded on. So we get to where we're almost done, and we're going up this hill trying to get back into where the gazebo was. And upon getting up this hill, there was this manhole that was it was covered up, and the guy that was heading our search in the woods, he went to the manhole just to look in, because the cover, when the lid is on, they have like the little holes in it you can look in. Mm-hmm. And he had to get his phone just to look down in there, and he didn't see anything. So we continued back up to where the gazebo was.
Yeah. There was a couple things that she had to say that really stood out to me. And all of this is going on Monday, September the 7th. And she began to search at about like 8:30. She said it lasted till about 11:45. So they out there early, okay? And while they were searching, they found a trash bag. And my antennas went up, and I'm like, what? A trash bag? You know, because don't forget there was rumors that he may have been in one. We know for a fact that the police took a box of trash bags out the apartment. So, it just stood out to me. But then she said that they found a a manhole, okay? And early Monday morning, this manhole is closed, okay? It's closed. There was a man out there with her during this search, and he went over to the manhole and was looking through it. So, it's got like holes on the top of it, okay? He's trying to look down in it. He didn't see nothing, and he didn't smell nothing. Y'all remember this dude right here? He was the one that came out and told us that in the evening of September the 8th or early in the wee hours on September the 9th that he saw Dejanay and her brother coming out the woods. And we was all like, what? Like, what was she doing in the woods? You know? He didn't give us a time, nor did he tell us exactly where she was coming from. But his friend came out and said this. He said that they did not see her behind the pool in the woods. That her and her brother were alone on the other side of Burn Road in the woods the night before. She was on the opposite side of the road of the apartments coming up a hill from the bridge. We saw them and approached them, and she got very defensive as we started to go back where she had just came from, yelling that her baby was not down there and what the hell they was doing over there and shit like that. Okay? So they caught her near the bridge. This is the bridge. Okay? This bridge is not that far from the apartments. Trust me, it's not. And I'm going to show y'all here in just a second. But Dejanay and her brother was seen in this area late at night. So let me show y'all what else was going on over there in this area that night. Watch this. The lady that we've all come to know as Purple, she took us on a little ride. Okay? And she takes us the route to the bridge. And she starts at the apartment complex. So right here, you see her leaving out of the apartment complex and she's headed toward the bridge. Watch her. Now, she makes a left onto South Burn Road. Okay? And this is the road that the bridge sits on. So, pay attention to the distance. And here she is, pulling up to the bridge. That wasn't that far. It wasn't that far. You know, she could tell us exactly how long it took, but this is her showing us that she's at the bridge, right? And when you look over into this wooded area, this is what you see. And supposedly that's where Dejanay and her brother was coming from. And then when she got ready to leave, look who showed up.
Oh Lord, here go the damn police. Yeah, we looking down there, and we for that little boy. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't touching that stuff. It's like a.
It's a pink silky
It's like
stuff,
a.
rough, like baggy. And then it's rocks underneath this that look.
Yes, some y'all need to get somebody out here to look up under that. Seriously.
And then
For real.
it's a. We could get under there.
Can you look? Can you get out and just look right quick?
And the police went down there and did exactly what she asked them to do. Look at them. They're searching down there. She was on it, wasn't she? I love Purple. She was on it. She wasn't playing no games. And I appreciate them going down there to look. Did they find Braylen? No. But here's my question. So, if Purple was down there after midnight, when the hell did those boys see Dejanay and her brother? Was it before Purple got there or after? You understand what I'm saying? Because if it was after, then that would make me think that they knew, or Dejanay and her brother knew, that the police had been over there in this area. Because I can't understand why she would be seen coming from there. I don't understand it. And all of this took place in the wee hours of Wednesday morning. Okay? So let's look at what happened when the sun came up.
So on Wednesday came, and myself and my sister went out this time, and so I know, she was at the pool because I was by the gazebo speaking with the lady that was orchestrating the search to see where we were going to go that morning. So she said, "Well, if you guys going to go towards the back of the complex, be aware because there's a dead cat back there, and it's starting to stink, and the smell because of the air blowing is blowing back towards where the gazebo was."
Okay, wait a minute. Pause. So they went out there on Wednesday, early Wednesday, to start searching again. And they were advised that there was a dead cat in the area that had begun to smell. So much so that they could smell it at the gazebo. Right here. Okay? And I thought to myself, who the hell told y'all that? And how did they know it was a dead cat? Y'all been out there every day. Now, on Wednesday, September the 9th, y'all smell decomposition at the gazebo. Right here in front of the pool. That was alarming to me. Okay? But let's look at what else she had to say.
So they were afraid to go down into the woods because they thought they were just going to walk level ground, but you had to go down the hill in order to get in the woods. So it was a little difficult getting in there. But once we got in there, we proceeded on our walk. Now I'm doing a walk from the apartment going forward. I'm passing the apartment complex. I'm passing behind the apartment complex. So in that walk, we did see the dug up grave. We did see that. There was a diaper marked with duct tape. So on our way back, we were just chit chatting the whole night, and we had to go back up the hill. So we go back up the hill. We get everybody up, and the manhole cover that I saw on Monday that had the lid on it, the lid was off.
Okay.
So my sister, being nosy, like she's always nosy, she goes over to the manhole, and so did Braylen's teacher. She went over as well, and when they looked down into it, the smell, blew them back.
Okay, so wait a minute. So on Monday when they saw the manhole, it was covered. Remember, dude walked up to it, he didn't see nothing, didn't smell nothing. But then come Wednesday, the manhole is uncovered. Y'all see it? Here it is right here. And not only that, it's uncovered, and all of a sudden today, on Wednesday, they smell decomposition at the gazebo. I mean, shit, 2 plus 2 equal 4. I don't think that was a dead cat they were smelling. So, do y'all think at some point Braylen was down in this hole? Because they got a close up of this hole, and look what was in it. Now, I don't know what this is at the bottom of this hole. I ain't gonna even try to guess. But when they said that the smell was so strong that it knocked them back, that seemed all too familiar to me. because I've once found a dead body in an apartment. Okay? And the smell was so strong that it made me sick to my stomach. I was throwing up. And even after I left that apartment, I could still smell it. And I went to the police officer and I'm telling him, I could still smell it. I didn't know if it was in my clothes or what. And the police officer told me that they use Vicks Vapor Rub. Like they put that in their nose to get rid of the smell. He said because the smell get caught in your nose hairs. So I did that, and washed my clothes and everything was good. But the fact that that odor was so strong coming up out this manhole told me that at some point, in my opinion, Braylen was down there. And later on that day, same day, they found Braylen in the pool. A pool that had been checked multiple times. He was found in the pool. So now my question is, how the hell did he get into the pool? There's people out there searching. People are out there. So when would they have had time to move him to the pool? Nope, I don't trust it. Not one bit. And I'm one who believes that Braylen had never left the area. And this confirms to me that he never did. That's why whoever had him, they didn't have no problem putting him back in the pool after it had been searched multiple times. We had the bloody blanket at the cemetery. Now, we don't know if that blanket is connected to Braylen, but I'm quite sure they running tests on it. We'll hear about it. You understand what I mean? Then we had this hole that was dug. Then we had this manhole that was covered at one point. Then at some point it was open. Now all of a sudden they smell decomp. I mean, to me, 2 plus 2 equal 4. In my opinion, Braylen was being moved around. And he was close. He was close. We got his mama lurking around. Lurking around. And he ends up back at the pool? Come on, man. Come on. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. Was Braylen being moved around?
So make the news, nigga, and watch what happens. If you make it over here on this channel, nigga, we on your ass.
Okay.